What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the New Canoe booth here at ICast 2022. The theme of the day has been River Wolf as a tribute to our good friend, who fell under illness after last ICast. I had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time ever last year down here at ICast. Super cool dude. Love the guy. So we're going to go around and kind of explain who River Wolf is, why he's such a unique individual, and what better guys to do it than Jordan May, Ray Martinez, and Stuart Venable. And we're going to get Blake in here too as soon as he gets done talking. But, just tell some stories and explain, because I know a lot of New Canoe fans out there may not know who he is, but has seen him in like some of the social media posts and photos and videos and stuff like that. And everybody's seen that epic video that they shot of River Wolf, man. I've watched that probably 10 times since I met the guy. Like, it's just so cool. But we're going to turn it over to Jordan May. He's going to kick us off. He's a really good close friend with River. And then these guys are going to pass the mic around and kind of share some stories and different things on why Sonny is such a unique individual.
All right, guys, how's it going? Yes, I mean, I met Sonny a few years ago, and it was actually for a New Canoe photo shoot, and they said I was going down there with River Wolf, and I had no real clue, what I was getting into. All I had seen was some pictures of him, and he looked like a pretty intense dude. And they're like, you're going to go down, you're going to stay with River Wolf. And, man, we got down there, went to the Florida Keys together, and, never had I met such a nice person in my life. I mean, he's truly very passionate about fishing. You can just tell he loved his family, loved his kids, loves his kids. And, we just had such a good time that ever since that day, we never really stopped talking. So we went out, we caught some Goliath grouper, we caught sharks together in it. We started tarpon fishing under the bridges, and he just wouldn't let it go. I mean, sun was coming up. He's like, man, why are we going home? I'm like, well, we got to work today, so, but I mean, we just hooking tarpon, and he was so mad at me because I had a brand new pair of shoes on, and he was trying to land this tarpon, and I didn't jump in the water after it. And I told him afterwards, I said, well, I really didn't want to get my new shoes wet. And he was he got the fish, but he was pretty mad. I mean, he was not happy. But yeah, I mean, we miss having him here, and I'm glad his recovery's going well, and I can't wait to talk with him again. I mean, literally, I've just never met a nicer person in my life, and it was really sad to hear the news about his illness and everything, but everything's looking more and more positive each day, so we're really glad to hear that. And like I said, I just wish he could be here. So
So if I could describe Sonny River Wolf in one word, it's intense. He's an intense fisherman. He's an intense husband now, and an intense dad. But he's also intense about being intentional, where he's one of those people where he doesn't just passively. You don't just meet Sonny, like you become intimately just tied to Sonny once you get a chance to meet him and hang out with him. He's been with us at ICast for the past few years, and you meet the guy, and 5 minutes later you're planning a fishing trip in the middle of the night. We're at ICast, and we're like, he comes walking up and he goes, all right, we're leaving in 15 minutes. We're going to drive 3 hours south in the middle of the night. We're going to catch tarpon. We're going to be back at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then we'll be ready for the show. And it was not a question. It was a directive. Like, we're doing this. And we did it. And it was wild. We're running around on a boat that maybe we shouldn't have been on in that particular situation. And Sonny is literally like rodeo riding a new canoe being towed behind a center console. Eating McDonald's in the dark, like surf. It was wild. But he's just one of those people where everything he does is intense. He doesn't do anything halfway. And it just, it gets to you, but like in an incredible way. And so, to have seen Sonny go through what he has in the last year now. I guess it seems like it's all happened really fast. But you know, when something like that affects somebody that you know, it doesn't just affect you. I mean, our entire brand has felt this. Our guys on the team, our dealers have gotten involved. To my knowledge, we're somewhere around like $75,000 that we've raised for Sonny and his family, and it's every dollar has been like just huge. You know, we're so happy to do it. We continue to do it. We hope that if you guys are watching this, you can come alongside of us and help serve Sonny and his family, because, you know, he's doing better, but the fight's not over. So we want to make sure we stay on top of that. SaveRiverWolf.com. I believe there's still a GoFundMe going. So, you know, we just encourage you guys, if you're in a season where you can give, his family still needs it, and he's one of those people who deserves the world. So we hope we can do that for him.
Yeah, well, I'll comment on a little bit about that too. Just kind of follow up on what they've already said. Is that it's obvious to a lot of us who have known and met Sonny and spent some time with him over the years that he's an extreme, genuine person. Man is full of love, full of information, willing and ready to talk to anybody about fishing, life, whatever it may be. Not to mention he's an amazing father and a great husband. He talks about his family constantly. He involves his children. He takes them fishing. He's sharing the lifestyle and also publicating the lifestyle, putting it out there for others to see so they can follow in his likeness and see that it's capable and possible to take your kids fishing and share that adventure. And if you're as passionate as he is, it just becomes an organic part of your lifestyle and your family. And that's just something that he's done so well, and something that I admire, and something that a lot of people I feel like out there try to maybe replicate in some way, shape, or form. Just a lot of the things that we've done and spoke about just as two men speaking. He's been just a spiritual person, somebody that I can tell, you know, my worst situation to, something that's maybe bothering me, and Sonny's going to have something to say that's going to be uplifting. He's going to maybe take your mind off of it. And that's just the kind of guy he is. He's, you know, just a really well-rounded individual, somebody that I think that we all look up to as far as just his angling ability and his character. He's a guy that's going to always do what he says he's going to do. If he says he's going to do it, he's doing it. And that's 100% on who he is. And I love that about him. And yeah, he's an intense fisherman. He's an amazing fisherman. I've yet to fish with him, but I've seen all the content. I've seen a lot of the videos and pictures that he shares over the years. And it's just great. I would love to get on the water with him one day, but I'm so thankful for just the time spent with him here at the shows and just the conversations we've had over the phone. We both own the Honda 2.3. I was kind of curious about taking it out and getting one myself, picked up the phone, answered all the questions I had about it. It was just a great conversation of just him trying to get me prepared to use an outboard and really the advantageous parts of doing everything that we could inside of that, and taking a kayak and an outboard in different places. But Sonny's just an amazing person. He means a lot to me personally. When I first met him, I think Everett introduced me to him. He's like, man, there's this guy I want you to meet. You're going to love him. And as soon as we met, it was like, oh man, it was like too odd. Very similar. Just be lively. And I often can't find somebody that's willing to do some of the crazy things I want to do. And Sonny's right there in front of me doing it before me. So I love that. He's just an intense guy and fearless in a lot of regards, and an amazing singer. I remember we were here at ICast one day and somebody had a guitar, somebody else was singing, and it was just a great atmosphere. And he's such a cool guy that he was able to just pick up that guitar at another booth that wasn't ours and just started strumming and singing. And people just started gathering around. His voice is amazing. Some of the music he's put out is so amazing. It's very meaningful to me because I feel like it talks about lifestyles and the things that we experience on the river. So I really, really just have all the best things to say about him, as we all do. And we really are praying for him, and we hope y'all are too. And if there's a way for you to support in any way possible, like Stuart, the fight isn't over yet. There's a lot of things that still need to be done. But financially, that would definitely help his family out and all the things that they're trying to accomplish with his health. So if there's anything you can do, please help. And SaveRiverWolf.com is still out there. And we love the guy. He's a great team member, a great friend, great father. And we're glad to have him. And hopefully we have him here soon next year.
So real quick, man, like I know I was listening on the side here and you guys were kind of telling some stories and things like that. Like, did you guys cover the most memorable fishing moment with River Wolf? I mean, that's PG rated that we could do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
You guys covered all that?
I mean, I'll say.
All right.
So, me and Sonny don't live that close either. We have some opportunities to fish down near here a few times, but it's more talking about fishing, talking about our experiences. So, constantly he'd be on Lake Lanier overnight, and I'd be working late, and I'd be down, either trying to catch tarpon down here or catch redfish. And so I'd often call him with just a lot of despair when things weren't going my way. And, he always has good advice. And he wouldn't stop, even though it wasn't his situation, he would never stop thinking about it. He'd call me back the next day. He'd be like, man, I was thinking about how you said that fish wouldn't bite yesterday. And what if you tried this? What if you tried this? And then he would yell at me. Well, why didn't you go fishing tonight, man? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, there is tarpon there. Like, and you didn't go? Oh my God. And he would just get, like I said, he'd almost be mad at me about it. But man, the stories he would tell me, like, he was just an amazing fisherman. He was born and raised that way. Tell me about longfin tuna fishing with his family up, I believe it was in Oregon or Washington, over on that coast somewhere, or it might have been California, but anyways, on the West Coast. And he was telling me stories how his father was a surf fisherman, and Sonny loved surf fishing. And he was, like I said, born and raised into it. Tell me how his father used to bring him as a kid and shove him between the rocks of the of the jetties and stuff, so his father could fish, and he would be cold and freezing and just jammed in these rocks of these jetties. And it's how, I mean, Stuart said he's intense, and Ray said he's fearless. I mean, he does stuff in his kayak that people wouldn't even do in a boat. I mean, the spots he fished. Yeah, I mean, I'd be kind of scared to go with him, at some of his spots. So, but yeah, just like I said, a great dude, and just always had advice to give. Just so passionate about it all, and he's really passionate about the kayak fishing. So yeah. Anyone else?
It's unique, man, because we all have fishing stories, whether it be with our fathers, grandfathers, friends, things like that. It's like fishing is why we all come together, and everybody's got their own special, unique quirk or thing, and it's as this whole thing came up with Sonny, like I said at the beginning of this, like I met him last year, and it was like one of the nicest dudes I ever met, and the more and more I hear stories, it's the more and more I just want to go spend an hour with the guy on the water, you know what I mean? And I think we can't say thank you enough to the fishing community. Like, that's one thing, like when a brother's in need, or a sister, whatever it may be, we all come together to kind of help support each other and bring each other up. Obviously, with River's conditions, like the financial aspect was huge, and so many people came out of the woodworks because Sonny just made them smile. You know what I mean? And he's such a unique individual. So, Sonny, if you're watching, man, we all love you. We miss you this year down at ICast, and we're here representing for you. You're definitely here in spirit and in our thoughts, and we can't thank all you guys enough. Between like Westbrook, who did the raffle with all the stuff for Sonny, all the people that helped on the GoFundMe page and things like that, man. It just goes to show how awesome the fishing community is. So today has been in honor of River, and we got one more podcast coming up later today. But we just, if you guys can go, even send positive thoughts and vibes on that GoFundMe page. Like, I know that's very uplifting for Sonny, and it's a lot of encouragement for him to continue on and keep doing the rehab, keep getting better and better. And it's so awesome, because I know there was a point where it was like we didn't know what was going to happen, and then he totally did a 180 and has just been working his way out and grinding and getting better every day, which is so cool to see. And we know we'll get you back on the water, brother, hooking up with some tarpon and all that good stuff, dude. So we're looking forward to it. guys, gals, if you guys could go to saveriverwolf.com, like I said, a comment, $1, anything goes a long way to help out Sonny and his kids. And we appreciate all you guys that have helped thus far. So we'll see you guys back here about 3:00 here live at ICast 2022 in the New Canoe booth. Thanks, everybody.